What's up guys, it's Bill here, and today we are going to be creating this awesome glass effect in Photoshop. If you are new to the channel, feel free to subscribe and let's get this video rolling. Okay, so first import the image you are going to be using and then click Ctrl+J to create a duplicate of your image. Now come to your tools and then right click on the crop tool and then come down and select the slice tool. Click and drag to cover your image just as I'm doing now. Alright. Now after this, right click on your image and then come down and click on divide slice. Now make sure divide vertically into is checked and then choose the number of slices you want. For my image, I'm going to be using 15 slices, so just type it in there and then click OK. Come to your tools again and then select the rectangular marquee tool. Come to your image and then select the first rectangle. Make sure the first rectangle is selected. And then with your nice selection, come down to the mask icon and then click on it to create the selection. Turn this layer off so you can see the background. Alright. Now click this icon which is in between the layer thumbnail and the layer mask to unlink them. Click Ctrl+J to create a duplicate of that layer and then make sure the layer mask is selected. Now zoom into the image and then select the move tool and then use it to move the mask to cover the next rectangle. Alright, this looks good. Now we are going to repeat the same process for each of the sections. So let me repeat myself again. Click Ctrl+J to make the duplicate. Make sure the layer mask is selected. Make sure the move tool is also selected and then move it to the next section. Alright, so I'm going to repeat the same process for each of the sections. Let's go. Now after you are done with that, we are going to start applying the effect. So come down and select the first layer. Now click Ctrl+T and then we are going to squish it a little bit. So hold shift and then squish it a little bit to the left. And then holding shift, squish it a little bit to the right as well. And then you can just drag it to this place a little bit. Just make sure it shows a little bit over here. Alright, so this looks good. So select the next copy and then make sure the thumbnail is selected. Make sure the layer mask is not selected but rather the thumbnail. And then click Ctrl+T and then let's squish this one as well. So hold shift, squish to the left a bit, squish to the right a little bit as well, and then show it a little bit more than we showed at first. Okay, so this looks good and then click enter. So we are going to show it gradually like that. So for the next one, Ctrl+T as well, squish a little bit, and then let's show it. So I'm going to continue like that until I'm done with the reflections. Alright, let's go. Now select the top layer and then select the last layer with the section selected. Right click and select convert to smart objects. Now come down and click on the new layer icon to create a new layer. Come to your tools and make sure the foreground color is white. Come up and then select the rectangular marquee tool. Now make a nice selection over here. Then click Alt plus Backspace. Now click Ctrl+D to deselect. Now let's zoom in a bit. We are going to make sure the middle of the rectangle is exactly on the line between these two sections. Holding shift, drag the right side and make sure it covers only 4 pixels. Hold shift and then drag the left side and make sure it covers 4 pixels as well. Now we are going to duplicate this rectangle and place it on the line between each of the sections. Now click Ctrl plus J to create a duplicate of this white rectangle. Click Ctrl plus T and drag the rectangle to the next line. I'm going to repeat the same process until I'm done with each of the sections. Alright, let's go. Now after this, come down to the layer with the model, I mean the one we apply the effect, and then come down and click on the new layer icon to create a new layer. Come to your tools and then change the foreground color to color black. Select the paint bucket tool and then click to make the image black. We are going to save this, so come up to File, come down to Save As, click on it, and then I'm going to click on Save on your computer. I'm going to save this on my desktop, so I'm going to change the name to Glass Girl, and then click Save, and then click OK. So after saving it, we don't need this white and black anymore, so hold Shift and then select all the layers with the black and white and then click on Delete. Now we don't need these blue lines as well, so select the slice tool and then select the whole image, and as you can see, the blue lines is now gone. Now we are going to add the glass effect, so come up to Filter and then come down to Filter Gallery and click on it. Now let's zoom out so we can see exactly what we are working on. So come down here and then click on the negative sign. Okay, so now we have different options for the texture. You have blocks here, for it will give you this effect. You have tiny lens as well, but we are going to use frosted. And now we are going to apply the black and white image we created. So come over here to this little hamburger icon and click on it, and then click on Load Texture. Now you can see the black and white image we saved as a PSD file is over here. So just click on it and then click Open, and then you realize it will apply the effect nicely on our image. I'm going to keep the smoothness at 3, and then let's keep the distortion somewhere around 15. Yeah, 15 looks very nice. Let's keep the scale at 100. Make sure the invert is also checked. This is going to add a very nice effect as well. And then click OK. And there you have it. You can see our glass effect has been beautifully applied onto your image, and I mean, this is just awesome. Thanks for watching. If you learned something today, you can check out more awesome videos on my channel. And also, don't forget to leave a thumbs up and feel free to subscribe. Never stop creating, and I'll see you in my next video.